All right, guys. So I'm going to go into this presentation with you guys. This is over annuities. Um, the basic thing about this, since we're all, getting this money, become $1 million traders, you want to think about what are you going to do with the money afterwards? Like, how are you going to leave a legacy for your family? How are you going to build something better? So today we want to talk about annuities, okay? So annuity is a tax deferred insurance product. Why should you purchase an annuity? Okay, annuities help retirees meet a variety of needs. They provide income for life. They provide a potentially higher monthly income than will be provided by similar products. So you're talking, Social Security, pension plans, things like that. This product can provide higher income per monthly. Through the death benefit, you can avoid probate. So a lot of times people don't know. They're like, hey, I have a will, already have everything set in place, but your will can be contested. So a lot of times when you put your money into an annuity, you can avoid probate court and having to deal with your money part of your asset being contested. And also you can have a tax deferred accumulation of interest. There are different types of annuity products. I'm gonna go over a couple. One of those products which I recommend is a fully tax-free benefit, but the other two products are tax deferred, which means you have to pay taxes when you withdraw. Okay. And this can also be a supplement to Social Security. So you can still get Social Security and use your annuity. Okay. Annuity death benefit and an annuity rider. So annuities come with a death benefit. They also come with riders that you can attach to the policy. So an annuity plan is sort of like an insurance product, except for it's not a life insurance policy. It's something that pays you a lifetime income. It really pays you if you live too long. Okay, so fixed index annuities come with a standard death benefit guarantee. If the policy owner dies during the accumulation phase of the annuity, the contract value will be paid to a beneficiary. Okay, the standard death benefit guarantee is no longer applicable after an annuitization. So this is the distribution phase, and y'all gotta excuse me, I'm a little country out of Tennessee. Okay, but however, the options may be available based on which type. So some annuities are annuitized and some are not. And I'm gonna go over the difference between that in just a sec, okay? Annuity riders also allow for additional living or death benefits to be attached to the policy. These must be purchased prior to the policy issuing. In order to establish an annuity contract, a client must make a cash payment, or they can do a rollover of a cash value from an existing 401k, IRA, TSP, a similar type of account to an insurance company. The payment can be made in a single lump sum, or it can be made through a series of payments. So usually the minimum to open up an annuity is $10,000, but you can open it with a payment of $5,000, and they'll let you pay a series of payments over a year until you get it to $10,000. Okay, you want to open an annuity with $10,000 because you have to remember this is money that's going to earn interest and grow for you during a retirement phase. So the larger the lump sum upon initial opening, the faster your money is going to grow. Okay, so in annuitized annuities, early withdrawal can do tax consequences just like an IRA. So I'm going to go over which annuity is better, which is an indexed annuity. Those do not have an early withdrawal consequence. Okay, so some people will want to have a higher risk and they want to make more money. And if they want, and that is available to you, but just in case for you knowing, if you do early withdrawal, that can result in tax consequences. Okay, so this offers a variety of accumulation and distribution methods. You can really mix and match annuities and really customize it to the client. So you don't have to stick with one kind. You can kind of, and with the riders, you can add different things within your policy and really customize it for you. And annuities are great for people who cannot normally get a life insurance policy. So if you're already older, you don't have a life insurance policy, you do not have a plan in place for when you pass away or retirement, an annuity can actually take out both things. It can provide retirement payments for you and also provide a way for your family to benefit when you do pass away. Okay. There is different type of distribution options, which I told you before. So you have an immediate annuity. This is a single cash payment. So say if you have $1 million, you want to put it in an immediate annuity, you're going to go ahead and put the money into an annuity account, and the insurance company is going to pay you within 1 month. But this is going to be a set monthly income. So it's not going to be, you're just going into the bank, withdrawing whatever. It is a set amount, and once that amount is set, you can't reverse it. Okay. With this, there's a deferred annuity. So the deferred annuity, this allows you to get your payout from a year later. So that'll allow you to put your initial premium in of 10,000 or however, and allow it to grow a little interest over that year, and then you can get a payout, which is always the best thing because you want your money to grow a little bit before, unless you're someone who has $1 million already or has a large amount of money, because a lot of times you get surprised, older people have 100, 200, 300,000 just sitting there, and it's actually better for them to put it into an annuity that'll structure the money for them instead of them running out of money. Because an annuity, that's what it does. It keeps you from running out of money in case you live too long. So you can get a lifetime annuity, and this will annuity which will guarantee you payments for your whole life until you pass away. So soon as your payments start, even if your money runs out in the policy, say you had 100,000, and like if you start looking, you live to almost, well, now people are living older, they're living to 80. So say if you only had money to last year 75, but you live to 80, well, the insurance company guarantees you pay out until you're 80, the same amount, no matter if you run out of money inside of your account or not. Some people like that option, just in case they run out of money. And then you can get a lump sum, which allows you to put your money in there, let it grow over an accumulation period, and then pull it out as a lump sum as well. So a man should never neglect his family for business. This is something about Walt Disney. If you guys do not know Walt Disney World, Walt Disney used his life insurance policy to fund and start Walt Disney when he ran out of money to keep it going. So when you're thinking about life insurance, you're thinking about something like annuities, it's something that you can actually leverage and use for the bank. So annuity tic-tac-toe. And this is just, I think I had a slide backwards. So, but annuity tic-tac-toe is allowing you to just see the difference in between, because what we do now is we do stocks and we do trading, right? So we know that's risky. So here, you just imagine this is a tic-tac-toe. Okay, so when you think about safety, you want to think about the bank. Where do you put your money that's safe? You're going to put your money into the bank. Okay, but where can your money get a high return? Well, it can get a high return in stocks and mutual funds, bonds, trading, just like we do now. Because of course we can see in a minute we can get $1,000, but in a minute you can lose. So it's very risky as well. Okay, but in a bank, if you have your money over there, even though the bank is safe, your money is growing from 0 to 1%. So now you have $1,000 and it's not growing at all, because we all know, and if we don't know the rule of 72, which you take 70, your interest rate and divide about 72, and that gives you the amount of years that it takes for your money to grow. So at 0 to 1%, it'll take almost 3,600 years for your money to double in a bank account. So no one has that amount of time for your money to double. So when we think about where can you put your money that is also safe but has an upside gain potential, you want to think about an annuity. Annuity is going to give you part of a return, a high return, and it also going to give you safety. Why is that? Because An annuity will give you a guaranteed floor. There's different types. And a guaranteed floor, which means if the market comes down to this amount, we will not let you lose your money, which is usually 0%, which means you won't lose anything. But in return, you're going to give them a piece of your profit. Okay. Some people don't like that. Some people want to get all of their profit, but here in the middle, and as we know, as traders, what if you can make $1,000 right now and somebody says, okay, I'll hold it for you, but just give me $100 and it's going to be saved. Okay, well, would you rather put it back into the market and risk losing the 1,000, or would you say, okay, I'll take 900 and you watch my, you watch my $1,000 for $100? So that's kind of where it is. So when you do annuity tic-tac-toe, you're always going to come out with the annuity being the winner, because it's going to give you a good high return, but it's also going to give you safety. Okay. And how will you leave a legacy? So when we think about pensions were the go-to, okay, before 401ks, everything was created. That's what people did. They got pensions from their employer. All right. Pension plans are paid into from you working, right? Pension plans are from a life insurance company. So a lot of people don't understand, when you get 401ks, when you get IRAs through your employer, it is purchased through a life insurance company that your employer has decided to partner up with. Usually the employer is getting some type of kickback for them signing all their employees up on their company life insurance. So I always tell people it's always great to get a life insurance and a retirement plan outside of your employer, okay? Because it's in their interest for you to have a policy with them, through them, and a retirement plan. So you want to always get something outside of them that's in your best interest, okay? Pension plan is a type of annuity. Social Security is a type of annuity, because an annuity provides income for life, okay? So those programs are types of annuities as well, all right? So that's when I explained to you the different types of annuities and why you would rather purchase one than one given to you from like through Social Security or an employer, okay? So, and pension plan is annuitized, okay? And then these have no access until a certain age or to retirement. And when you pass away, only half of it goes to your spouse or your child. With the indexed annuity, which is the best type of annuity, okay? These you can get through an employer if you choose, or you can get yourself, okay? The money can come from where you put money in yourself, or you could do a 401k, 403b, IRA, or a TSP rollover, okay? These are also from life insurance companies. These are index annuities, so they're no annuitization. They have income for life the same. You can have account access, they're guaranteed growth. These are the indexed annuity, to not get you guys confused, is the only type of annuity that is 100% safe from the market, and it's going to give you guaranteed growth. And also with the indexed annuity, you can leave a beneficiary. With a pension plan, you cannot leave a beneficiary, okay? If you're concerned about outliving your savings, annuities may be the solution for you. So this slide was supposed to be before the other one, but these are the different types of annuities. So you have a fixed annuity. In the fixed annuity, the initial cash payment or the transfer or the series of payments is placed in a general account of the insurance company, and the interest is fixed for 1, 3 to 5 to 7 years. Okay, so after that, then your interest rate will kind of jump around based off of what they do. Usually the annuities are based off of index. So it's going to be based off of the S&P 500, the US 30, how we trade the US 30, or the Dow or the NASDAQ. Okay, so the annuities aren't just based off of any market, it's a specific index, okay? When you think about also fixed indexed annuities, that's what we were explaining. These are accounts that you can also have fixed or non-fixed index annuities. The same thing where a fixed account is going to give you a guaranteed the same interest rate every time. So say if the market goes up 50%, they're going to give you 30% every time. But if the market goes up 200%, you're only going to get 30%. So a lot of times for people, they want all of their profit, but again, remember, when you want all of your profit, you will suffer the risk as well. So a fixed index annuity is similar to a life insurance policy where you get index interest crediting. Okay, and then these are protected through a guaranteed floor. Okay, but there is a cap on maximum returns. And then a variable annuity this is where you will get your maximum return. Okay, in these accounts, when you initially fund them, they will have different types of interest and stocks that they're invested into, so you can gain the maximum. But you do have to understand that a variable annuity, you will have the risk of the market just like any other account. But the best thing about it is it'll be a tax deferred. Okay, so you won't have to pay taxes on the initial when you make the initial payment, only when you withdraw, and you do not have to report this income until you do withdraw. Unlike IRAs, IRAs are tax deferred as well, but you have to pay taxes at the initial payment. Okay, so that's what people get confused about, payments that are tax deferred and are not. Okay. So annuities come in different types of products, customizable to each client's needs. So what does it mean? So annuitizing, that's what I was telling you first. Some accounts, some annuities are annuitized and some aren't, which is, it sounds kind of confusing, big words, but it's just helping you understand what it does. So annuitizing is the process of establishing a stream of regular income payments to an annuity, from an annuity. You can convert your savings assets that will grow to provide income, either by making additions to the account or let it build up. So when you make your initial payment, you can either just make that one payment and let it grow and withdraw from that, or you can also keep adding money and letting the account grow up. So what are the best options? You have a few options, from lifetime payments, life with a period certain, joint and last survivor, and period certain payments. So with these, it's different type of payout. So with lifetime payments, you'll get a lifetime payment no matter how long you live. So sometimes people get an annuity and they die within a year. Okay, so say if you put $1 million and you only got an income of $10,000 a month, well, now you only spent $100,000. They're like, where does the rest of my money go? Well, sometimes if you don't choose the right option, the insurance company will keep your money. Okay, so you want to make sure you choose the right option. So if you choose lifetime payments, you can actually choose a beneficiary to take payments in your place, and that person will receive lifetime payments until they pass away. Okay. With a joint survivor and last survivor, that you can leave the money to your spouse. Period certain, you can actually have them withhold paying payments for 10 years. I messed up here, but there is a life with certain, you can get lifetime payments but have them hold it for 3 to 4 years to let it grow. You can actually really kind of customize your plan to what, because some people put the money in and say if they have a lot of money, they want instant income. So they choose lifetime payments, instant income. It just really depends on how you plan your retirement and what you plan to do with your money, with your family. Okay. And if you have a spouse, if you want to leave the money to your spouse, if you want to make sure that your spouse, if you're the same age and they're retiring and you want to make sure they have a lifetime income, you can choose to have them as a beneficiary in your place. Okay, and that's what I was saying before with pension plans. You know, sometimes with IRA, 401ks, you do not have an option to leave a beneficiary. And if you do, that beneficiary will have to pay tax on that product. So this is a great tax, a way to defer taxes, a way for your loved ones not to pay taxes on a large amount of money when they get it from your death versus it just sitting in a bank account or just sitting somewhere. Okay, even with the money we make from trading, this money is all money that can be taxed. So we say if one of us had $1 million account, we pass away tomorrow. Well, even if our kids got that money, they would have to pay taxes on that money on our estate. So we want to think about, as soon as we start making a lot of money, what are ways that we can avoid Uncle Sam? Of course, we don't want to give him any of our hard-earned money, especially 30% of our money. And the more money you make, the more taxes he takes. Okay, so Ben Franklin and Babe Ruth were supporters of the annuity when they first started. The state lottery is a system that uses annuities to pay it out. So that's how people get paid out with those large sums. They won 500 million. This is how they pay them out, through an annuity, actually. Okay, so do you have an old 401k? Do you have an old IRA? Do you have an old TSP? You have money sitting in a CD account, in the savings account. Okay, you should move that money over to an annuity, and I can help you customize it. We can set up an appointment with Lonnie and we can go over what you have. I just did this for one of my clients in January. She had about $30,000 in her 401k. Okay, and then she wanted to actually take some money out, use the money to buy her son a car, So I started helping her break the account down. But then she realized she was taking out like $5,000 to buy her son a car. Well, she was going to have to pay 25% taxes on the $5,000. So she decided just to roll all the money over. By the time I rolled her money over in May, she had $15,000. Okay, so that's how fast the market moves, how much money you can lose very fast. Now, a lot of times people say, oh, well, your 401k or your IRA will recover. That is true. We have saw the market recover before. But what if you need to take your money out at the moment the market's down, where you're going to lose out, and which happened to most people at the beginning of COVID, most people in 2008. Every time there's a recession, all these hard-earned people who have 401ks and IRAs and these type of variable accounts, they lose more than half of their retirement. You got to think, if somebody spent 30 years saving up for retirement, and in one day, just like we see in trading, you can make, in one day you can lose what you made the day before. And that's similar to what happens in 401ks. And actually there is over $3 billion sitting in unclaimed 401k and IRA accounts that people just pass away. They leave an old job. Sometimes you worked at a job for 5 years and you forgot you had a 401k, you moved to the next job, not even knowing you got a couple thousand sitting there that just been, and next thing you know, it's been 30 years later and you forgot about that job you had 5 years and you got this huge 401k now sitting there. And most of the time when it's unclaimed, it goes right back to the bank, and the bank loves for you not to claim your money. Okay, so the baby boomer to millennials have embarked on an unprecedented $59 trillion of the transfer of fortunes. Okay, so we want to be, especially Black and brown people, especially our family, especially what we're hearing in the freedom family. We want to be part of that movement. Are we going to be part of the next trillion that are passed and down to our families? That's what I'm here for, is to build something bigger. So, but most people cannot answer basic retirement questions or investment questions. Just like the doc reminds us, we're like part of the top 10%. If you're profitable, even if most people don't even know how to trade or invest, and this is true, me being a financial educator, I even meet sometimes doctors and lawyers who aren't in the best type of policies. They're actually in the worst type of policies, paying the highest premium, and they don't actually know and even have a good retirement plan. Most people don't even know their FIN number, which is your financial independence number. What is it going to take for you to say, I am financially free? What is that number? Most people haven't even sat down and thought of that number. Is it $1 million? Is it 2? Is it 3? Is it 4? And when most people say $1 million, I'm like, well, okay, when do you want to retire? Okay, it's 65. Well, what if you live to 75? At 10 years, at $100,000 a year, well, you've lived through your million. With inflation, with everything going on, we can imagine how much $100,000 maybe would even be. Who knows how much it would be if our money maybe were less. Okay, Social Security is planned to phase out by 2037. We're in 2022. That's really not so far away. What are you going to plan to do for retirement? Most people on the call that your retirement is going to be before then, in a few years. So what do you have planned to do for retirement? And that's why we see a lot of older people working. I literally was at Kroger tonight, and somebody like my grandma's age, I see her, she works every night. I'm like, she literally, if I'm in there, she's in there, and she's way past in her 60s, 70s, and she was working every night and with no plan to retire and cannot retire. Or most people spend their retirement money very early. Sometimes people need to think about pushing retirement age back instead of 65. Think about 68, 70, think really being able to enjoy your years. People want to retire too early and they don't have enough money. Okay. Most of adults and families do not have a plan in place for when the head of household passes away. All right. So do you want to give away all of your hard-earned money that your family deserves? Do you want to give that away to the government? Because most times, that can happen to where the government can seize your things. You can go to probate court. You can be in years. And even that just happened with Chad, the Black Panther. He did not have an estate plan. His family lost a lot of money. I think his wife only, however much he was worth, his Black Panther made like 30 million, and he just didn't even have a plan in place. So when you think about that and you making all this money, do you have a plan in place for your family and when you make all this money? So that's my time today. Thank you guys. Here's my info, but you guys can get it from Lonnie. If anybody has any questions or anything, I'm here, it's open. But if you guys have any old 401ks or even a current 401k, you're planning to leave your job soon, we can roll that 401k, we can roll them over without penalty. Long as we do a rollover, you'll be fine. We can do the rollover before 59 and a half. Even if you recently left a job, we can still roll over the money. So thank you guys for your time today, and I really appreciate all your time and energy today.
Man, that was amazing. Great job. You always come in and bring it. So right now we're going to have some questions and answers. I unmuted a couple of you guys that I know. If you want to be unmuted, if I didn't unmute you, because there's a lot of people on here, just raise your hand and I'll unmute you. Go ahead, Mike. It looks like you have a question.
No, I didn't have a question. I just unmuted.
Oh, okay. For sure.
Thank you.
Yep. Did anybody have a question? Go ahead and unmute yourself and ask right away. This is a service we're going to provide with our live freedom stream. We're going to start helping people roll over things and helping people get annuities and different life insurance like IULs, where you don't have to actually die to benefit. You can actually be alive and still benefit. Use it as a tax-free way to make money for your future and your family. So this is what we're about. We really want to help you guys win in life. Does anybody have any questions? Let's get one question, two questions. I know my mentor, he always said, hey, if there's no questions, that means you did an excellent job. And I know she did do an excellent job, but we still need maybe one question somewhere out there. Let's see. Taylor, how's it going, Taylor? Did you have any questions? I don't know if you know how to unmute. It's just on the bottom of your screen. So she is licensed to do insurance and everything like that for you guys, and annuities and roll over your 401ks. But what's the military one that you can roll over for people?
The TSP.
TSP. Yeah, I keep on forgetting that. Katan, did you have a question, brother?
Yeah, so with the 10K, you put the 10K in one time and then you just let it draw interest, or you continue to put it in, continue to put money in like every year or every month or something like that.
That is based on you, so that is both option. You can do the initial 10K. So what I did for my last client is she had about 15,000. So what we did was she rolled over the 15. We rolled over the 15, and I did her deferred account. So what that means is for in a year, that 15 will grow for her, and in a year she'll be able to withdraw, but she has the option to make more payments if she would like. So that is an option. If you do want to always add to the policy, you can, for it to grow more. But there are options for you just to put the lump sum in, and you can just see how it grows for the year if you would like to, and then add more contributions afterwards.
Oh, okay. So you're an insurance agent, life insurance.
I hear what you said.
I say you do life insurance.
Yes, so I do life insurance and retirement planning.
Oh, okay then. Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Anybody else have any questions? If not, let's go ahead and. Oh, Taylor, 1 second. Maybe Taylor has a question. Taylor's back on and pop back off. Maybe she's having computer, or maybe he's having computer program. Okay, you guys, man, that was great. Amazing job, like always. And if you guys have any questions later, you guys might be a little shy to ask questions right now. You guys can ask questions later, and we'll take care of you guys and everything like that. Let's go ahead and let's go ahead and see this right quick. Let me see. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I'm going to start going over. How much time do we have? Oh, we got about 20 minutes. All right. Well, let's go straight into the bot then, if nobody has any questions. And let me stop that recording. Then I'll have this recording for you guys later. Oh my goodness. Minimize. My computer is having a fit. I might have to reset my computer. I never seen this right here. This is weird. It's like my stuff is stuck. Yeah. Let me see if I can shut down a lot of stuff. Huh. Let's see here. Yeah, something's stuck and it won't let me move through. I'll be right back. I gotta reset my computer for one. Minuto. Let's see. Task manager. What is going on with